Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something I haven't done in a really long time, and it's unboxing KiwiCo and Little Passports. We get both of them today, and I'm so excited about this. So if you enjoy this type of content, other homeschool and lifestyle content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. Okay, so here today I have the Little Passports Kitchen Adventures box and the KiwiCo Yummy crate. And the reason I have these is because my 11-year-old daughter, as part of our school this year, is doing FACS-Ed, which is Family and Consumer Science Education. And these crates are covered under the charter that we're part of. And so I was like, oh, let's try them out, because I'd wanted to try some of the food crates. They don't actually come with food in them. I wanted to try them for a while, but also was like, ugh, that's really expensive, just our own money. And so since our charter will cover these crates, we're trying it out. So something I did notice so the Little Passports one comes, like, you can get a yearly subscription, which is what I did for this one. And then the KiwiCo one, the biggest subscription it lets you get is a quarterly one. So we got a quarterly one. So we'll see if after the quarter we keep doing one or both. Like, we have Little Passports for a year. So we'll do that one for a year, but I don't know if I will get KiwiCo again for the next quarter. We'll see if we like them both. And I know that they both have different things. We'll kind of see today as we unbox them, and then over the course of the next month, so it'll be a while before this video actually goes up. But over the course of the next month, my daughter will work on some of these things during our homeschool week. You know, it has, I think, shopping lists, different things she can try to make in the kitchen and things like that. So we're gonna work through it all, and then we'll kind of let you know our thoughts at the end of the month or whatever, and just let you know if it's worth it or not. Like, if it's a good idea to get something like this, or maybe just easier to find recipes online and just create your own, like, home ec situation that way. All right, so I'm gonna show you the KiwiCo box first. And it's so crazy to me to be unboxing these again. First of all, this is what I started doing on my channel. But all of these, the KiwiCo and Little Passports, have come such a long way since we started homeschooling. Like, we're going into our 8th year. And it's just crazy to look at all the different crates they now have, or like Little Passports has so many more options than they used to. So I just enjoy it. I enjoy seeing everybody growing and seeing that. So this one, it says warm and wonderful in here. And it says roasted sausage and veggies and more oven adventures is what's on this. And again, I'll have to look through all this stuff. I don't know what everything is in here, but one of my goals in having my daughter do this is she's a slightly picky eater. Sometimes she's a very picky eater. And so I want her to have more experience in the kitchen making food. And, you know, some of these things, it's like, I don't even know if she'll try it herself, but I'm hoping as she gets more experience with food and gets to kind of play around with flavors more, that maybe she'll be more comfortable and willing to try things, and she's kind of scared to try new things. It's very much a psychological thing. And so I'm hoping that this might help her. So it's an experiment first on so many levels, but it has this little card, which I think goes through some of the things. It has a recipe right here, and then some more recipe cards. So it has sausage and vegetables, and then s'mores, and I don't know if there was another one. Oh yeah, Sunday. These are cute, s'more Sundays. And so there's those, and then another booklet that probably has some information in it. Okay, yeah, so a little bit of history type stuff. They are pretty good at having these kind of things in the KiwiCo boxes, that it's not just here's the stuff or whatever, it's here's the history behind it, or here's another story, or here's another project you can do. So I really like that. And then take the marshmallow munch test. Okay, so again, I don't know if these are all just things you can try out and experiment with the oven. This is a clay trivet, so I don't know if that's something she gets to make. It looks like it, so there's some clay in here. And I don't know if this is polymer clay or just air dry clay. So there's a little knife, and I don't know if this is to help shape them into a circle, as you can see here, like underneath the little trivets. And then these are, they're so little. Like, I can't, like, look at this. Those are very cute. So she'll love having those. There's a few colorful clay, like you saw here, is why I wasn't sure if that was paint or clay, but I guess it is clay. And then it looks like just a few more things probably for making the trivet. So some toothpicks and some like wax paper and a straw. And so that's what's in here. And then obviously it gives you the recipes and you go grab all the stuff for it. So I'm gonna clean this one up so we can see what's in the other one. Okay, so we're gonna open the Little Passports one, and something that I liked about the combination of these two boxes is I feel like this one, again, I don't know completely if this is true, but I feel like this one's a little bit more like just kitchen skills in general. Whereas Little Passports, if you're familiar, they have like a geography curriculum, you know, they have a world geography, I think they have US geography. They have a whole bunch of different things like that that are about kind of traveling the world. So this crate is about traveling the world with food. So this one is for Rome, Italy down here, and it tells you what is in it. And so I thought that was cool to be able to experiment with food from different places in the world. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like. So you get some tongs. They seem like they're pretty good quality, and my tongs are actually breaking right now. So I'm like, I need those. And then a flavor journal for Rome, Italy. So Sam and Sophia, this is definitely, again, the very first year we homeschooled, I think it was the first year, we did Little Passports, a few of their different ones. And they had like Sam and Sophia or whatever, I don't know if they're the same people or if it was different names, but they go on these journeys and stuff, and it was kind of them going on the journey with you through the different places. So it's just like bringing me back so many years. and also I'm like, I can't believe we've homeschooled that long. But in here it has some different things about Rome. So this is good too, because it's like geography at the same time. And then some different pastas it looks like. And then it says adult supervision required. Good thing they warned us about it. And then it looks like some different recipes in here. So chocolate semifreddo. I don't know if we'll make that one. I believe semifreddo has coffee in it, but I can't. Oh, this one says chocolate mousse and ice cream. Some of them do. So anyway, marble maze. So is this like a pizza thing? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Anyway, we'll figure it out as we go along, then I can probably explain it better to you. And then on the back, I think there's also, some recipe notes. Like we made this recipe for the first time here, and then what your thoughts were on it. So that's nice too. They can keep track of it on there. And the hardest part is that, you know, then I have to figure out where to put this. You know, keep all of these and then have the notes. So maybe we'll have to find a general place. And then the rest of the stuff in here is for that maze. It looks, like I said, like a pizza sort of situation. Like this looks like sauce and stuff. So I'm not really sure. This one might be lettuce. So maybe it's combining some of the history of Rome, like the Colosseum sort of situation with food. I'm not sure again, but anyway, so that's what all this is. So a little activity as well as some of the recipes. All right, so that's what's in the boxes. So like I said, it'll probably be over the next month or the next few weeks. We'll be working on some of these things. We'll have to make grocery lists to have her go through and let me know all the things. You know, I'll let her plan it out so that she can have ownership over it and also learn how to do those types of things, look at a recipe and see what she needs and things like that. And then we'll do some of the activities, and then I'll be able to come back and tell you how everything turned out, you know, how the food turned out, how it all went, and hopefully more of what's in the box. Since this is our very first month getting it, I don't even know what they include completely. You know, I become a little bit more familiar over time, so I'll be able to come back and tell you a little bit more about it. So I'm excited. We're gonna get in the kitchen and get cooking. All right, so it has been a while since I started the beginning of this video, just because it's taken a while to go through both of these crates, but it's been a really good experience, and the new ones just came in the mail in the last few days, and my daughter really wants to get them open so she can start the next ones, but she took the recipes from these crates that I'm gonna show you in a minute, and she planned everything out, like what recipes she wanted to do which days. They each came with an like a craft that was separate, and then the KiwiCo crate came with an experiment as well. So she planned everything out of when she wanted to do it. And I know we're not always gonna be able to do all the recipes because some of them come with more recipes, and we didn't get to one of them in the Little Passports one, but I'm gonna share with you some of my thoughts and how it went and show you, you know, some of the B-roll over the top, because it was a really good experience. So let's get into that. So first off, we're gonna talk about the KiwiCo crate, and then can I just say these are the cutest little mittens. My 2-year-old put them on, and it was so adorable. And so with this one, it did have the experiment of like putting marshmallows in the oven and trying them for certain lengths of time to see which ones poofed and got brown. That's the technical term, poofed. You know, just optimally for s'mores. And so she had a lot of fun doing that. Obviously she had to be careful. It used aluminum foil to like reflect some of the heat. And then the craft that came with this one was these trivets. So she had enough to make 3. So this is polymer clay. And then it came with the orange and blue clay. And so she did the designs. It came with the circle to cut them out. And then you just cook them. And then these 3, it shows them like under a pan or whatever you could, you know, since they're kind of small. And so she made those, and I feel like she enjoyed that. The thing obviously she enjoyed the most was making the food. And her favorite recipe when I asked her from this last month is actually in the KiwiCo crate. So it was the s'more sundaes. This was the first one she did. And I didn't eat this recipe personally. I don't really like marshmallows, but I feel like this is a genius idea. So it has the graham cracker, like you're just putting it in a muffin tin, and then the ice cream goes in the middle, and then you put the marshmallows on top, and then you can make the chocolate sauce. But then you just put them in the freezer. And that's what we did because they weren't gonna eat them all at one time. And so we just took them out and we put them in a muffin tin that wasn't in the freezer. And you just broil them for not very long, you know, like a minute. You have to watch them very closely until the marshmallows on top are brown and golden, and then you take them out of the oven. And so then they just kept the rest in the freezer, and so then you just pull them out. You know, every few days, because it made it, I feel like it was like 12 almost. I think that was more than it said it would make, but we had enough ice cream and she had enough graham crackers, so we just made them all up. And then she made like the chocolate drizzle to go on top. And it gives some different variety options back here if you wanted to try with different ice creams or putting peanut butter on top of chocolate, you know, things like that. And I think this would be fun too for like a birthday party, because you could make them all in advance and you just leave them in the freezer, and then you just put them in the oven for just like a minute, you know, to get them all toasty brown, and then pass them out. Like, it's super simple. And so I thought that was really fun. And then we also made this recipe together, which I showed us making the whole thing on a dinner video that would have come out not too far before this video. And this was a really yummy meal. We actually made it again last night for dinner because we enjoyed it so much, and I added cauliflower to the vegetables. So it's potatoes, carrots, and sausages. And it's, you know, besides all the chopping, it's a fairly hands-off meal because you can just put it in the oven and it just cooks for like 30 minutes, and then you add the sausages and cooks for 30 more, and there's a yummy sauce that goes on it. So we really liked this recipe. It was very good. So from the KiwiCo crate, that's what we had. They had 2 recipes. I don't know if that's the norm since this was our first time getting it, but that's what this one came with. And then with the Little Passports one, she had this little activity to do. So it's like a pizza maze, sort of. You know, I think it's supposed to kind of be like the Colosseum. I don't remember if it told her what it was supposed to be like, but you know, it has underneath and then a little maze on top, but it's like pizza and layers of the toppings of pizza. So that was fun, and it has little marbles that go with it. I liked how they came with an activity as well. And then this one had, I can't remember how many recipes, if it was 3. Oh, it was 4. So it was 3 and then a dessert. And so she didn't make the last recipe of this just because both of like the main dishes were pastas, and we don't eat a ton of pasta. My kids like pasta. My husband doesn't really like pasta very much, so we don't end up eating tons of pasta. And this one has tons of pepper in it. That's the name of it. And so I was like, she's not even gonna really probably like it. So we didn't make that one, and we just kind of ran out of time also. But the other ones we made, and I think they really liked it. So this one is a pasta dish that it's supposed to be pancetta, but pancetta and bucatini is a pasta that has a hole in the middle. And they're really not easy to find unless you have specialty like food stores. And where I live, we don't, you know, maybe I could have if I wanted to go to every store, but I just don't have time to do that and stuff. So we just use fettuccine and bacon. It says that you can use bacon if you can't. Does it say if you can use bacon? I don't know. I was just like pancetta and bacon. They're similar. I know they're not the same, but that's what we did instead. And my toddler actually really loved it. He loved eating the fettuccine, like was slurping it up and stuff. And so I think this was a good dish for them. Again, we don't eat tons of pasta, but overall it went well.
Not completely terrible.
One of them that they did really love was this. It's, you know, like a white pizza. It's focaccia is what it is. And I probably have made focaccia before. I don't make it very often, but she did a really good job making this and everyone really liked it. It almost has like a fry bread taste to it since you coat the bottom of the pan in oil and then the top of the focaccia with oil. And you add rosemary, but focaccia is very versatile, so you could add a lot of different flavors to it. So we really liked this one. I think it was a winner for everyone. They enjoyed the bread a lot. And then this was another winner, this dessert, the chocolate semifreddo. They all really enjoyed it. I even had some of this. I am trying really hard to eat super well right now and, you know, manage my macros as best as I can. So I haven't tried a lot of things, but this one I did try because I was like, it just looks good. I want to actually try it. So I want to say simple, but it's a sort of complicated dessert. The ingredients are simple. It's basically like heavy cream and eggs and chocolate. And was there something else? Like it has a little bit of sugar and that's about it. Besides just some normal ingredients that you'll have at home, like water. But this, you have to temper the eggs. So was a fairly advanced skill that she was learning, and I was helping her with that. And so I was glad she got to learn that kind of thing. And then, so yeah, you're making sort of a custardy pudding-like thing, you know, with the heavy cream, because then you're putting the eggs in it to thicken it. And then you will put in some cream that you've whipped instead of just plain whipping cream. And you mix it all together and then you put them in ramekins or some sort of, you know, we just were scrambling for whatever dishes we could find that were kind of similar in size. And you put them in there and then you put them in the freezer for a couple hours and it was delicious. You know, it's like, again, the name is semi-frozen. And so it's still like the soft, it's like a mousse. Almost like you're basically making a mousse but slightly frozen. So this was quite delicious. We really enjoyed that. Is it yummy?
Yeah.
How is it?
Good.
Good. What do you like about it?
It looks really hard, but then when you like stick your fork in it, it's good.
That's a spoon.
The spoon, it tastes really good.
And then I think that was it, actually. I'm like, was there something else? I don't know. I did like how in here, I think she wrote some of the thoughts down, but it lets you rank it. And so she ranked a few things here with the bucatini, which, you know, was kind of in the middle for her. And then she liked the pizza bianca. And then she didn't remember to put the semifreddo in here, but she loved that. She got the extra one because she made them. So she was very excited about that. So all in all, I feel like it was a very good month. I'm excited to see what the next month brings because I just don't know. Since we just barely started, I'm not sure what my expectations should be. And so we're excited to get into the next one. She wants to get everything planned out so that she knows what we need to get from the grocery store and so she can get making some more stuff. All right, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. It's a throwback to several years ago. This is what I used to do all the time. And we will have another one next month. So remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you'd like me to comment on anything else or if there's any other details you'd like to know that I forgot to mention, put them down in the comments and I will look through those and mention them next time if you're just curious about certain things. So let me know and I will see you next time.